Charlotte, first of all, it's a very true privilege. Let's talk about Clash in Italy. You are coming to Italy. Fans here are be waiting for this from a very long time. What makes, in your opinion, European crowd and maybe Italian crowd different from the American crowd you are used to?
I I think the biggest difference is the American audience. I don't want to use the word spoiled, but they have more access to us due to touring more in the US. So when we get to go overseas, it just feels so special because you don't get to see us live every week in person. But I will say in Europe as a whole, due to I think football, chants are really popular. So I know if I'm performing like in Italy, you're gonna get a good chant, or you're gonna hear a good chant at least at one point during the show, and I think that's really exciting.
For sure. Also because Netflix is opening a complete new era here in Italy. From your perspective, as someone who lived a different generation of WWE performance and fans, how big
Yep.
is this change in this moment?
Oh, it's huge. Well, for Italy, uh, I mean, especially fans on Netflix get to see Raw, Smackdown, NXT, and all PLEs, all access at any time. And then when we're over in Europe the next couple of weeks, it's airing local time. I don't think there's ever been a time that Italy's had that much access as a fan. It's an incredible time also to be a fan of WWE in Europe as a whole, but especially for Italy right now, it feels like being able to have access to every single show that WWE offers programming wise.
And then there is
And
Clash.
the first ever PLE
Yeah, of course,
in
Clash in
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Clash in Italy is the
But
first
how that
PLE ever here. It's huge, huge,
Yes, huge.
huge.
I mean, it's huge for us to do PLEs overseas anyways, but for Italy that we're actually doing, because there's not in history, there's not that many PLEs overseas. And now for Italy to already be getting a PLE, it's very exciting.
And believe me,
And it just goes to show the demand for the product in Italy and how popular WWE is.
And believe me, Torino is an incredible arena. It's very,
Yeah.
very big. It's quite an American arena. It will be very, very big. It will be fantastic also for you to perform, I think,
As
I
a
suppose.
yeah, superstar. That's awesome.
You carried the name Flair for your entire career. Uh, um, has there ever been a moment where you felt pressure not to be Charlotte, but to be a Flair?
It's not that well, obviously I felt pressure. That's a given. But it was more being confused on how do I act like a Flair, but if it's not genuine to me, but like I okay, like I have the same level of cockiness that my dad has, but he was just able to show it in so many different ways, or whether he was saying like my shoes cost more than your car, or I have more cars than you have friends, or whatever thing he was saying, for some reason that didn't come naturally to me because I was so, and this was my fault, and I'm learning as we go. Like I, for some reason, to a detriment to me, cared more about what the audience thought about me, when really if I had been saying that and owning like a being a bad guy, it I don't know where I'd be today, but I can't change where I am today because it was all meant to be. But it was more, I was constantly in my head going, well, can I say these things? Like when I said, oh, I was born with a silver spoon, like my dad would say it. I don't know if you believed it just because I was his kid. I don't know if you believed it because I was saying it. And that's two different things.
Very different things.
Does
Very
that,
different.
yeah.
The gap is quite big. To feel to be somebody and to be somebody is
Yeah.
quite big.
Like I know how good I am, but my cockiness I felt was displayed much different, or even today, than his is. But maybe when I go back to being bad, I'm gonna be, you hate someone more that you loved than you just liked.
We are used in Italy to call you the diva, the queen. Do you like it, or even this is?
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Okay, okay.
I love it. Even like my coworkers, when I see them, sometimes they're like, "Hey, queen." I'm like, it never gets old being called a queen, ever.
Yeah, never. During the last decade, wrestling, women wrestling has been improved so much. It was dramatically your improvement. If you think about your career, there's something that you think you brought particularly in personal term to the woman wrestling style.
I think presentation, aura, and when I first arrived, the storytelling, that you weren't like, oh, she's just good for a woman. She's just good in general, no matter gender.